Every personal finance blog and internet guru repeats the exact same rule. Skip your $5 morning coffee, stash that cash, and watch yourself become a millionaire. The logic behind the advice makes perfect sense on paper. Stacking $5 day after day accumulates into a massive pile of money if you give it enough time. However, following this advice to the letter using a standard savings account leads to a result that the gurus almost never mention. The issue isn't the sacrifice of the coffee itself. The problem lies in the vehicle chosen to hold that money for the next few decades. Let's run the exact numbers on the standard advice. You diligently transfer $5 every single morning into a local bank account. After 12 months of denying yourself that daily treat, your balance sits at a clean $1,825. Now, keep that exact habit running over a full 30-year timeline, factoring in the standard 0.01% annual yield most banks provide. This graph shows that accumulation over 3 decades. The line pushes slowly upward, driven by those $5 daily deposits, and peaks at $54,750. On the screen, it looks like a victory. But in the real world, you are actually poorer at the end of this simulation than when you started. The force neutralizing all that hard work is inflation. Historically, the cost of living rises by an average of 3% every year. While the number in your bank account stays the same, its purchasing power, the actual volume of goods and services that money can acquire, bleeds out continuously. This bar chart shows the actual value of your savings over a 30-year stretch. We start with the full $54,000, but 3% annual inflation acts as an invisible tax, actively eating away your capital. By the end, your balance remains $54,000, but its real-world value buys less than half of what it could 3 decades earlier. Hoarding cash in a static account provides zero safety. It is a mathematical guarantee that your capital will lose its utility over time. While your purchasing power stagnant deposits and immediately deploys them into mortgages, business loans, and high-yield investments, they reap the exponential growth of that deployed capital, returning only a microscopic fraction of a percent back to your account while keeping the surplus. Real wealth isn't built by how much cash you can hoard. It's about whether capital is working as hard for you as it is for the institution. To survive the 3% inflation drag, you need a dynamic financial system capable of outpacing it. We apply the exact same $5 daily deposit, but we redirect it entirely away from the savings account and into an S&P 500 index fund. Historically, this specific market strategy generates a baseline return of roughly 10% per year. This graph shows compound interest. The gray line is bank savings. The vibrant curve accelerates upwards as your capital generates returns upon returns. Over 30 years, this snowball effect hits over $300,000, leaving the bank's $54,000 far behind. This outcome does not require spending an extra penny out of pocket. It only requires changing where that daily capital is deployed. Accessing this compounding system requires zero financial expertise. The entire process relies on basic software automation. It takes exactly 5 minutes to download a modern investing app and schedule a recurring daily transfer that purchases fractional shares of these assets. I have curated links in the description below to access the most reliable apps for this setup, and using them allows you to claim promotional stock or crypto to jumpstart your portfolio. Stop hoarding depreciating cash and start buying compounding assets. Click the playlist on your screen right now for my exact step-by-step S&P 500 and Bitcoin dollar cost averaging breakdowns.